Okay, testing, testing. Good. Let me bring this off. Hello, guys. I hope it is working. If you can hear me well, if everything's all working according to plan, I might just push that aside. Hello, guys. Hope you're doing well. Of course, it's been a little bit since I have been on the channel. Actually, it's been about 14 days or so, but this is a nice little celebration of getting 100 subscribers, and it's awesome to see that that being partaked. So thank you guys for the amazing support on that. To celebrate, I thought Makota, hello from South Africa. Hello, great to see you here, buddy. Hello to all the South African viewers out there. Awesome to see a South African here, and pleasure to have you here. But yes, of course, we will love. I do have a few questions I did pop down, depending how long you think or what you guys think in general here. But yeah, let's get to it. So first off, from my post I posted a few days ago, I saw one from uh, Robert J. Hamilton, who have some good battles with him over the times, over the months. But yeah, a fun question. If you saw in my shorts, so I made a fun little shorts at the back of like a little snippet. I did have some Sonic stuff, so I'm a big fan of Sonic in general. And yes, you'd be thinking I'm currently playing the new Sonic racing game, so something like that game, but just over the genre or over the series, I reckon that's my like go-to games from now on. On mobile, it is. I mean, just depends really. See if it. Oh, oopsie. Yeah, tap the screen. There we go. At the time, but yeah, it come and goes in there. But right now, if I'm playing, it is right now the new Sonic racing game I'm playing right now. On mobile, Atlas Earth is probably my favorite, but I do have a few other ones. I like to play Clash of Clans. I've been playing that game for years. Fun fact, I kind of scrapped the channel now, but it did have some Clash of Clans videos on it. But yeah, it's the good old stuff, really. Particularly, I did try to do streaming back in the day on that, similar to this, but I mean, it changes here and there. But yeah, that's my go-to video games currently at the moment. It's nothing too uh, over the top, but yeah. But yeah, also in the chat below before this video started, Mr. Masso, good to see him on here too. And asking why do I always lose in the tight minigames of bowling? Now you like lose in a tight situation, but the thing is, I will be happy to say this too. Bowling isn't my strong point at all. In fact, if I can load it here, will it load? Some issue I'd have had starting the stream, it does not load properly for me. So that is one thing I will try. Actually, the merge of the countries here in Oceania, Asia, it's always a little bit tricky at times, but I mean it's not too bad. But yeah, just depends. But yeah, here we go. So I finished 20th at the time, and kind of struggled to get anywhere. So top three was 83, 78, and 77. Um, but me getting 60 was mini games. It really, really just depends on if you have a good internet connection or if you just have a decent uh, advantage in the servers compared to your opponent, because it really does depend on the time. Um, I must say too as well, the um, the bowling mini game is probably one of the two that is really challenging when it comes to knowing if you've won after you finish the game or not. Because fishing is another one too. It's not really my cup of tea with those two, especially fishing. Recently, I haven't been too bad at, but yeah, it's really tough to predict. And
you do occasionally lose if you don't have the best server. If you think you've drawn 20-20 at times, if you think you've got 20, but then all of a sudden your opponent's on 18, very last second you can get that last throw for a 22, and it is depending on how things go. But yeah, it's hit or miss at times, but it does suck. I will say. It's a bowling's not really a strong suit. I'll say with like the mini games, warships is like my game. Like it's one that you rarely draw at, and if you do, it's if you just get all the bullets at one time, and yeah, pretty much add it to it. One I'd say race is probably one that you would actually think would be a very easy one to predict in terms of the knowing if you have definitely one or not. But recently it has been a bit buggy, um, with the with if you think you've won or not. But I mean, hey, trees is going to be even far and a bit more tough to predict. But I mean, I give Atlas Reality credit. They've done pretty right with the merger countries, and it has been not really strong, but it could change. It could easily change. Fingers crossed that when they do redesign all the mini games, um, it will be nice and challenging, and also easy to tell if you have one or not. Considering what we've seen with Racer and Fishing, they're the two that they have talked about recently. Although they had a recent AMA, I'm not too sure, but it really just depends on what the game looks like. Especially Fishing, we know it's like a whack-a-mole type game, and we know that in the events you see it's vintage fishing, so they are preparing for fishing to be live soon. When soon, I will not know at all. I'm hoping it should be definitely next month. Saying that, it might be December. But no, I would think next month, maybe even end of October if we're lucky. Super Saturday. They generally might do that. Super Saturday mini games. I reckon they'll chuck it on that day if I predict it. So when's that? Probably October. When's Halloween? Is Halloween? Oh no, no, it'll be October 24th. I think Halloween's on the 31st, on Friday. Sorry, so we won't get it on that. It'll be a bit earlier this Super Saturday, actually, guys. So it will be not. I think next week is Super Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. So I genuinely think that might be the day they might do it. I don't know. That's just a rogue shout. If not, it will be end of October. So who knows? But especially with the servers, like Mr. Masso said, it is just depending on how you are lucky and how you do so. But yeah, yeah. Speak of the devil, Mr. Masso. Yeah, hopefully it'll be more of a level playing field. Exactly. I mean, with the redesigns, let's hope it is more of a level playing field. And I would say too, Atlas Reality will expand on their network servers, especially that have uh, better ping for those areas, especially because what's another game I can think? Like I actually have a fun time back in the day. I occasionally do hop on it here and there, but that game ping can really cause you too, something like that as well. If it's unfair, you think you've hit the ball, but you haven't, type thing, if you know what I mean. Exactly why I think you lose after something if you're just in a bad area. I'm saying this to myself. I'm not in a great area either. I'm in the rural countryside area, but it's tough getting a good signal. It just depends where you're playing too. But yeah, I mean, hit or miss. Hopefully, in future, you never know. But yeah, just depends. So I love the mini games. That's the reason I really love Atlas Earth is these mini games. And honestly, is one big thing that I love to post on here is teaching you guys those mini games. As much as I want to adapt to it more and more with those mini games, unfortunately, it's just like to show you what the good technique is for all of them. And that's what I can really describe in like one video. I wish I could say more of them in different videos. Unless you guys maybe in future want like a beginner's tutorial on like what would be a good strat for each mini game, because it could be a shout in future I might do, but I don't know. It really is just depending on how things go, really. But yeah, um, I definitely do with this channel. I definitely do think I want to do more than just Atlas Earth. Of course, I would love just to do some good Atlas Earth stuff here and there. I'm hoping. I would say if things go to plan, if they are saying the right things, they will promise us like the landmarks. Hopefully this year, the new mini games later this year. Like, and there's only 2 months left in this year, pretty much, or like two and a half. That is great. This year's gone so fast. This year's gone so fast. But yeah, there's lots of things that can change in some particular way. But I mean, fingers crossed that these things do happen. They said I love if they can do these and makes the game a bit more like a little more fresher going into the new year. It has been kind of the same for as the merge mini game was a big win. I'd say in my opinion, especially I mean the payouts in different countries. I've already had my opinion on that. I feel like that needs to be a little bit nerfed, but I mean it's a good thing they did the merge because it was getting barely anything back like middle of June, middle like beginning of the year. I mean, beginning of the year actually wasn't too bad, but I mean they slightly kept changing it, kept nerfing it in a way. But I mean, I love the mini games. That's the reason I love this game. I mean, even if I wasn't unbelievable at them, I'm still pretty content on doing these things just to get some Atlas bucks for them. Because I mean, I can quickly show you the passports of what I got here. I've only got the 17, and about half of those, if not, uh, not uh, not a lot of me. I don't travel a lot these days, but eventually, one time, if I do, like go south to Australia or like just go anywhere, I mean, it could happen one day. But I've barely gone out far from. Let's see, I've probably gone as far as like maybe 500 kilometers in one direction is like in the last 10, 15 years. Like I don't travel a lot, but things like having this the monthly challenges really helped, I reckon, just for badge progress or badge progresses in general. So yeah, I mean, it's nice with these mini games, but definitely the merging countries has helped. I mean, you can't really complain really, but yeah, not not too shabby. But guys, again, if you have any more questions, drop them in now while I'm here. But pretty much, yeah, I'm actually so happy I got this channel to 100 subscribers. I did not think I'd get that. Uh, I'm seeing legit every day. I'm seeing when the mini game happens, like for example, the um, racer that happened yesterday. Legit, a good 50 of you guys hop onto my channel and watch my video just to make sure you're getting the strat at the moment. As I said, fishing will be the new one that comes out, and then I'll get to post a new video on how to master fishing, which I'll have to figure out what to do there. But it's amazing to see your guys' support on just searching up how to beat the game, and then you guys watching it has improved the algorithm of pushing my video up to the top of the video to recommend for people that are new to Atlas Earth or just in general, new to um, new to the mini games department. But yeah, it's definitely been a fun ride for sure. It is one thing too, I will say. Um, the big push with the mini games on Atlas Earth is like the biggest thing they can do in terms of other things in this game. It is a little suggestion I'm thinking like they could do a bit more. I mean, you're getting more of the mini games. You're doing the surveys and arcades. You're getting more Alice Bucks spend for the game, which you're then doing more progress in. I feel like there needs to be more in-game stuff, if you get what I mean. See, not it's not a copy, but from Pokestops in Pokemon Go, something like that. If you go to like a cool thing in your area, something like that. Legit, about 20 minutes away is a fun, not also not a fun landmark, but a fun little statue that is in like city centre. That could be something you could go to. If you go to there, like this could be once a day. If you get to that area, you tap on it, and then yeah, it is the type of thing when you tap it, you get some diamonds or even Atlas bucks. I mean, you could get like 5 Atlas bucks for just going to the landmark every day, once a day. That'd be pretty cool, and honestly, it would be more rewarding for traveling even more. So right now, I'm not even like collecting diamonds. I've done my collecting diamonds for like another 6 months. I don't need to collect diamonds at all. If diamonds land in my area when I'm on work, at home, or just in general when I'm in town, I'm like, cool, bonus. But I feel like there needs to be more regarding that, and you never know. Hopefully, that's the case in future. But yeah, that's a suggestion I would throw out. But don't know if they will recommend that or not. But yeah, you never know. Mr. Matzo, I managed seventh in the car race yesterday because of your video. Thanks, Jamie. Yes, mate. Yep. It's awesome to see the videos uh, thrive, especially seeing that and seeing that you got seventh and especially a big merge. That racer was always a tough one to try and get because little things um in that mini game is like if you get a good first gear, that spot is exactly perfect. You need to get every single one perfect to get good momentum when that pushes forward. So that is one thing I always recommend, and things like that. It is very, very annoying if you do mess up one little bit, you know you've lost type thing. Like you need to be consistent, and um, it just depends really. But yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Mark, that is John. If you know John from our I love our Facebook community too, by the way. Shout out to everyone that is part of the Facebook community I'm on there. Always a fun challenge when I see most of you guys hop on the mini games and see me. I know when I see a familiar name pop on, it is very, very, very tough to know that you guys have wanted to beat me. You guys really want to beat me and try and beat the master, supposedly. But I got cooked last night. Yeah, honest, it is a thing too. I play my hobby as well. If you guys are interested, so I play cricket, uh, like proper cricket. I actually do play for my community. Um, I always love playing the sport. It's always fun too to get outdoors as well. And also, uh, it's just nice in general just to make sure that you are getting active and uh, getting out there and doing things you love doing. But yeah, played 40 times. I think I only lost 3 times. Not saying that I'm confident enough, but I feel like I would have got maybe top 10 if I was on the whole race to this last week. But sorry, not last week, yesterday. But I'm hoping that the lengths of games, I reckon that's probably another thing I would suggest. The length of games on uh, on the just in general with Sunday and then the weekdays. I love that the Sundays. I actually don't mind the occasional 2 hour mini game on a weekday. That's fine. I actually don't mind that. But I feel like, let's be real, Sunday needs to be 2 hours. Occasionally you can put it up for 3 hours. I actually don't mind that, but it will be a long struggle. The Monday I feel like needs to be 1 hour because it's the beginning of the week. It's like a beginning of the work week, even for me. You're not gonna want to play 2 hours at the beginning of the work week and be like, ugh, I'm here just sitting around. I'm just gonna hope and pray that things go well to my plan. Even if it's a game you don't even love, you're just like, ugh, I'm not really thinking 2 hours would be my cup of tea. But yeah, it just depends. But yeah, hopefully it is a thing they change. Um, I'm hoping as well, actually. Uh, I reckon Thursday would be a nice one to have 2 hours. But I mean, you have the 2 hours and then Sunday you're doing 2 hours. So maybe I would suggest 2 hours Sunday, 1 hour Monday, 2 hours Tuesday, and 1 hour Thursday. What do you guys think? Not a bad schedule. That's just come up in my mind, but it'd be nice. A 2 hour, 1 hour, 2 hour, 1 hour. And then the Super Saturdays, they can be 1 hour. They're fine. They don't need to be changed. I mean, I give America props because they are the ones that deal with like the 2 hour. Like this is even before the merge. But they deal with the 2 hour mini games weekdays and then the 3 hours on Sundays. And that I generally understand why America is like as big uh, when it comes to that. Of course, that's where the game came from with Atlas Reality. But yeah, um, it is basically something that I think the general public would prefer. And I mean, it just depends. It's too long. I mean, yeah. But if you want to get more Atlas bucks, that's the only reason I'm thinking. If you want to push for those Atlas bucks, sorry, you want the 2 hour mini games instead of the one. If it's 1 hour, we're not getting much of a win. 4 to 20, top 4 to 25 would probably get only 130, 120. Like, or for doing 1 hour. For 2 hours, you're probably going to get 170, 180. At least that's a little bit more worth your time, but maybe another suggestion. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what they do in the future because they are still learning. They are still adjusting. I believe they haven't done any adjustments. Oh no, they have done one adjustment, which was Sunday was 3 hours. Now it's 2 hours. I don't know actually, guys, if it is a 3 hour, 2 hour this Sunday. I'll actually double check in general, but I mean, I've not done Addle since the merge, and I'll love to see how I do in golf because I feel like golf is my second game. I do pretty well at. Fingers crossed, I do pretty good, but really is it'd be interesting to see what happens. 2 hours paid at 200, 211 tops. I mean, for 1 hour, yeah, it's not nuts, but it really is not strong compared to Europe or North America. North America are probably going to get what 15K for 1 hour, maybe even 12K. 12K. Oh god, that's too much Atlas bucks. 1.2K for like North America, Europe, and then while we're going to get like only 200. Like that is not. That's a big jump. I don't know. It's just a suggestion I'm throwing out. Really, am I not lying? But Lakota, I'm in Europe and Africa region, and we have a lot of players, and I understand why we play in 2 hours. Actually, I agree because Europe, Africa have a lot compared to us. Oceania, Asia, there's probably, if I had to guess how many people are playing, I mean, a good, strong mini game fan base. There's about a good 300 to 500 playing. Overall, there's like 2,000 where the occasional people, maybe 3,000 at best, if people want to hop on and just do a casual few games or just to get their monthly challenges. But I'd say for Europe and Africa, geez, I agree with that. And I understand that's why the price pool is that crazy over there. It is big. It is really, really big, and I do get that. Honestly, I do. Is it crazy comparing? I say that because North America, I believe, are earning the exact same as Europe, Africa. Um, am I not mistaken? I think they are, but it is a massive jump that Europe, Africa got. Because I remember, if I remember, I think Europe in France. I think I remember seeing on Discord Europe. Oh, sorry, France got I think only 180 for winning a game of like let's just say bowling. I think bowling's a middle ground game out of the ones because Warships is quite low, race is high, but bowling's in the middle. Now Europe's getting what 2,500 for first place. Like that's a huge jump, and Europe would be absolutely loving it. Even Africa with you. Makota. That is a huge jump for Africa. Africa will be the difference of the. I mean, for us versus Japan players, it is about the same distance, and it's not too bad of a connection. So yeah, it really is going to be interesting to see what happens. But yeah, Mark, do you think Landmarks is coming out next year? Because it's almost close to the end of 2025 with 2 months. Oh, I made this joke one time on a fellow Atlas Earth video YouTuber. I think, and I'll give him a shout out because he has got some good videos and also does some good fun streams. But Beer Money Engine Pharaoh Silver, shout out to him. But I joked, is GTA 6 coming out first or is Landmarks coming out first? And honestly, what would you guys say? Landmarks or GTA 6 first? What will come out first? I'll be real, Landmarks will probably come out first because I mean, GTA 6 is GTA 6. They'll delay as much as they want. Theoretically, I don't know when it is coming out anymore. I think middle of next year. Um, Landmarks, I can hopefully say will, if I can bunker down, I would think surely for Christmas to make it all fun, it has to be around Christmas. I would think that's when Landmarks will come out. Don't forget, I think the earlier one will be Community Feeds. That has just been swiped under the cloth recent or rug recently. It is very unknown is going to if that game is going to what am I saying? Sorry. It'd be interesting to see if it's very hit or miss. But yeah, sorry, the community feed too, but that's been swept under, and I don't know if that's going to come out. I'm hoping in future that we will get a bit of locked in date. I mean, maybe I might get answers. I generally think tomorrow if they post on YouTube. I didn't get to watch it. Just busy with work, honestly. But I don't know when they will really. I think it is tomorrow. I think they will release it tomorrow. But I don't know. It's going to be very interesting to see what they say because the community feed and I don't think there's. I think it's just the community feed and Landmarks. I think will probably come out this year. Is my hopeful guess. I really don't know. But those are the two things I think will come out this year, and then goodness, that the redesign and everything that will come out later on today. Not today. This month probably, or next month at least. But I don't know. Landmarks, they can do what they want. They will try and fix that is still the same as last time. That will never change, I think. But yeah, you never know. But anyway, guys, if you guys have any more questions, I might shut the stream down in a few more minutes. But it's been fun talking to you guys. Definitely something new. I hope this has been a pretty good stream. I hope everything's run smoothly. Of course, I'm saying this too, and I have said it at the bottom of the screen. Quality of this isn't perfect yet. Of course, where I'm at is a very tough area to get a good stream quality, but I'm hoping this has been somewhat watchable. And I'm really sorry if that has been the case. I'll watch this back and see if it's all run smoothly as well. But I'm hoping that the mic I think was a bit of an issue with this app. I'm using Prism Live. That was an app I saw pop up. That was a pretty decent platform to use on mobile for streaming. Didn't look too bad as well. It cut off, at least from my knowledge. But yeah, it's not been too bad actually. I've actually enjoyed doing this. I'm not gonna lie. My phone is very warm actually. I will say that. I might give my phone a nice little break soon. But yeah, I definitely want to thank you guys again for 100 subscribers. It's been unreal. It's been a good journey, and hopefully, let's think, what's a fun goal we can get to next time? I mean, 200 subscribers is probably next. Maybe try and get it. I mean, very very rogue shout would be by Christmas or by the end of the New Year. So yeah, you never know. Feed was a bit laggy. Mic sounds okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. I knew the feed would be a bit laggy, and that might be I might have to drop even lower quality. I think for a bit. I mean, the video quality is going to be tough, and I will admit that. But at least if the mic's sounding pretty good, I'm actually happy because the mic was a bit of one thing that was a worry. That was one thing the mic's been pretty decent. Um, but yeah, she was fine apart from loading to wait a few seconds. Other than that, it's good. All right. I'm actually happy to hear that. It's good feedback, guys, and I appreciate that because I try and adapt and learn and see what I can do in future if I want it. Because I don't know if streaming will be a thing I do in future, but I just want to celebrate my 100 subscribers for you guys. And I appreciate you guys coming on too. It's been unreal to have a few of you guys on here. But yes, I reckon if you guys have one quick shouts of questions, I will say that now. But in the meantime, I will say this too. I had a fun time yesterday. Purchased about 50 parcels. I got 4 legendaries. That was quite fun. But I will do an update video uh, on my journey in like maybe a day or two time. I might do it on Sunday actually, and just gather some details of what's happened. But I have purchased some parcels. I am now in a nice 630 parcels, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it's not been a bad journey. I've still got, as you see at the top right, I still have 7,000 Atlas bucks. G. As I said, that's because of the landmarks. I'm still waiting to see that, but you never know, really. I'm hoping they do the. I'm hoping for an announcement soon, but let's see. Let's see, honestly. But rock and roll, Mr. Masso, aka Greg. Shout out to you, mate. Appreciate the support as always. Um, yeah, thank you guys for the support, and of course that update video. I'll say I'll post it on Sunday. But yeah, streaming in future. I don't know if I will do more in future. Let's see what happens by then. Um, See, I don't know if I want to as well, but stream in mini game that would be a big prospect. But I'll have to be in a much better location to do this because right now what I'm doing, if I was to do this and play the mini game, it would not be a pretty time for me. Like right now, I can show you proof right now, and I'm happy to say, let's see. If I go to the shop, it's going to load for a few seconds, at least 5 to 10 seconds. That's probably why it's a bit laggy on your side, but it will load eventually. There you go. It will load eventually, but it's hit on this. I never know. Don't know what I want to do 100 subscribers. But until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.